So, I've managed that, and now we will approach him. Lethal. Cynthia says we should not believe him. There he is. He's really confident and he think he can beat us. Oh god, the music.
Took you a while?
Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the royal witch hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first, vodka.
You will get me drunk, really?
I only drink with friends.
What about old acquaintances? Eh? Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Oh, flashback time.
The winter solstice 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
What?
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. she wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful, no violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau, and a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the North. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire.
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary Omen of War proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer.
Mm-hmm.
So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern.
Huh. Those are really a lot of important informations.
How did a witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's Order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the South fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Sarret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are, Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Huh?
Care to
And you know the North.
Oh god, even more?
How did you manage to contact Sheila?
It wasn't a problem once I learned of the Lodge's existence. Initially, she watched my every move. But sooner or later, everyone starts treating me like a big oaf. I mean, I can't change how I look. I stayed close to Sheila, killed a few beasts for her, and whined about how unhappy I was, how unfair the world was. So much, in fact, that I actually got her gander up a few times. I made sure a few potentially trustworthy witnesses saw us together, could link us. Security in case I was captured. I also prepared to assassinate the King of Kavir. Esterad Tyson was to be the first victim of the mysterious assassins. But before I could do the dirty deed, Sheila asked me to slay Demavend. The gods had smiled upon me. I couldn't believe my luck. Here I've been trying to figure out how to frame Sheila, and now all I needed was to carry out her orders and follow through.
Where'd you get your information about the Lodge?
From the Emperor and Vatir de Rideau, the Emperor's chief spy. And I believe they got it out of Yennefer.
She recovered her memory?
Nah. I'd never claim she informed on her friends consciously. I expect they found a way to tap into her memory in spite of her amnesia, and without her knowing it. There was a sorcerer present when I was questioned. A young, proud intelligence officer. Whatever the case, they gave me a list of the sorceresses in the Lodge. Only Emir, Vatir, and I were present. Only we knew of the mission.
How do you manage to slay Demavend?
Sheila's magic. I mean, she could give us the king's every move. His habits, the positions of the palace guards, anything. All we had to do was navigate the labyrinth and land the final blow. Besides, she had plenty of gold for the preparations. Greased palms abundantly. It had all the makings of a cakewalk, but it's never that easy. We barely avoided our pursuers, and we wouldn't have if not for Yorveth Scoia'tael, another of Sheila's ideas. With Yorveth's elves, not only did we cut down Demavend, but traveling with them put us out of the Lodge's reach. We could calmly plan Foltest's and Hensel's assassinations.
How did you know Foltest would come to the monastery's solar?
Yorveth and I planned Foltest's murder. The King of Temeria would have to deal with the alot sooner or later, and he made no secret of it. I was sure he'd want to recover his bastard children in the process. And where do they take the children when a castle's under siege? I had to become a monk, but I couldn't just arrive at the monastery and claim I'd seen the light. Not very believable. So one of Arion's patrols out in the forests happened on a Scoia'tael unit torturing a helpless monk. Arion's brave men drove off the elves and I found shelter in the monastery.
No one noticed you had no wounds?
I paid the monk who treated me a lot of orange to stay silent. Actually, it was only a loan, because I killed him later. Only the dead can keep a secret. Then all I had to do was wait for the situation to develop. When I saw you enter the chamber with Foltest, I thought I might fail. Luckily, you failed. To recognize an old friend.
When did you decide to get rid of Yorveth?
As soon as I realized I couldn't manipulate him. A true fox, that one. He was so observant, so dangerous. I got the sense he might see through me at any moment.
You made a mistake. You were untouchable as long as the Scoia'tael were protecting you.
Maybe, but with Yorveth, my hands were tied. If I'd finished off Kieran...
But you didn't. And that allowed me to drive a wedge between you and Yorveth. I forced you to flee.
And I let you live. You know I could have killed you. You're forgetting.
No, I remember. So Sheila was looking for you when she came to Flotsam.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was still in control and wanted to get rid of me. I'd bet my eyes that she thought I'd lost my mind, or that Yorveth was manipulating me.
And the North descended deeper into chaos.
Exactly. There was just one problem. You. I could have killed you in the Elven ruins. Thing is, you weren't really my enemy.
You screwed up with Henselt.
Sabrina's curse tore that down. First off, we got holed up in that hideout in the ravines. Then Sheila showed up and started watching Henselt like he was her own ass. By that time, his death was no longer necessary. Fate had smiled upon us again. I learned of the summit and the efforts to reconstitute the council and conclave. The ideal setting for the mission's grand finale.
Wait, this is all? Did I...
Care to tell?
The
Okay. Wait.
no, the
Okay, so this was all. A lot of things were cleared up now. As long as you all listened that long and understand it. And now, let's finish some business.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
What should I do? What should I do so I don't even have to fight him? He didn't really do any harm to me, and as Geralt just said, he helped to that the North will unite as strong as never before, so he actually did a good thing. On the other hand, I want to prove him wrong, that I could kill him now. So, let's go both directions. I guess. I hope. Well, first of all, I go with the decision I would make. I would get him away. Maybe I will see him in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt again. And this could be a very interesting battle. Or maybe he's one time my... maybe one time he will become my friend again. The only thing that concerns me is that Cynthia says that I shouldn't trust him. This is really hard, but I let him go.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
Are you going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels, Bernard Laredo amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwin and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds. Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian population was resettled. In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragonslayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom. Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. the summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
What? This is it? This was The Witcher 2? It's already over? This was so anticlimactic. No epic boss fight except for the dragon that for some reason couldn't harm us even a little bit. I'm really sad for the people of Flotsam. I should have killed this asshole that lived there. But yeah, I couldn't do it. And oh god, do I really have to see this? This is more violent than the whole game itself was. Alright. Yeah, I just realized that we promised this guy, Roach, that we will kill the Kingslayer, or at least bring him to him, and we promised that to him, and we kind of declined it. We kind of said, "Oh, yeah, you can go," and so I will always be marked as the Kingslayer. On the other hand, yeah, I don't know what I think about this outcome. It's really hard for me to understand if this is now a good outcome, a bad outcome, or if this is really, really strange to me. And please don't look at the pictures. They are really, those are the most gross credits I've ever seen. And we have to go through all the credits because there was the warning. If you want to see the ending, you have to see through the credits. They themselves said it. Here, the game designers. And I'm always going through the credits because there's always something like that. But I'm really sorry for Roach. I'm a Witcher. I shouldn't keep my promises, but that's why I hated this decision. I couldn't decide if I promised that to him or not. So I was kind of forced into that. Oh god, what's this? I can't even see it on my screen. I can only see it on the recording I have on my other screen. But yeah, despite anything beside I can't speak anymore, as it seems. And any decision we could take to Roach would lead to our promise that we kill the Kingslayer, and we didn't kill the Kingslayer. Now we are marked. We will be still marked in The Witcher 3 as the Kingslayer, which could be kind of bad, but it seems they don't really care anymore there. They seem to be not caring anymore. And maybe we didn't even see Berengar yet in this one, and we didn't see, and maybe we will see Letho again, even though Cynthia said we should not trust him. Oh yeah, the decision on the Cynthia decision. The Cynthia decision was maybe the poorest one I did, because the Nilfgaardian have now a device where they can spy on anyone, anywhere, if they figure out how to recharge it and use it. So this could bite me in the ass later on. But yeah. I really don't know what to say anymore. Oh yeah, I should give you a resume of the game. I enjoyed The Witcher 2 from the gameplay aspect here way more than Witcher 1. I really liked the style how to fight in this game, even though you couldn't jump or stuff like that, but this wouldn't even fit the style of this old Gwyn thing. But the evasion rolls, the triple kills, the throwing the enemy off the roof, the fight on the... It was not the roof, on the wall. The fight on the wall, where I could throw them off the wall just by using the art sign, was just amazing. I really, really enjoyed that one. To our wives, husbands, significant others and children, large and small, and brief to all our loved ones, for the patience they showed and the support they provided throughout the time we worked on The Witcher 2. This game is likewise your achievement. Alright. Yeah, good. But anyway, yeah, the story aspect, it's really hard to get the whole picture. There's a lot, really a lot of things they tell one, and you're most likely not able to catch every single bit of it. Well, even I only remember small portions of what actually happened in the game itself. But yeah, well, don't creep me out. Bad pictures. Bad pictures. So, was there anything I actually wanted to? Was there any point in what I want to say? This is really hard right now. Well, as I said, the gameplay was a lot of times better. Still got some of its flaw, and the leveling system... I kinda dislike any system where you... But the system here in The Witcher 2 is almost as bad in my opinion as the system in The Witcher 1. Or maybe... Well, it would be harsh to put it that way, but seriously, I like the ones you can do here, and if you choose to go through with the swordsmanship and then go with the magic tribe to the end. Oh god, these pictures are scaring me so often. Then you actually can balance out if you have a good judgment about what ability is worth leveling up and which you should leave out entirely. For example, the counter mechanic is inferior in this game. You would rather jump out of the way than parry any attack, or you would rather click furiously than parry any attack. Maybe on a higher difficulty parry may matter, but not if you just play through this. So I left this entirely out. Yeah, and I could actually skill every skill I wanted and every skill that was kinda necessary. Even though this time there wasn't any legendary swords. There was one sword. There was this sword we found and had to boss battle someone for it. But yeah, we didn't found a legendary silver sword this time. Which is kinda sad. But we will probably find in The Witcher 3 a better sword anyway, so... Oh, no big loss there. And even the armor. I found a random armor and that was the final armor I had, so even there, no special armor. But all in all, I really like that they put so much effort into developing a story, that there's so much talking and so much quotation marks on decisions you can make. It makes you feel that it kinda matters what you do in the game. But in the whole picture, it didn't even matter at all, because we didn't, for instance, we saved Taller in Witcher 1, and the only evidence that he is alive we found entirely only in a letter we found, and I just happened to open and see, oh, there's Taller. And that was all. That was all we got. We didn't see Taller. Nothing. This decision was inferior. We didn't saw Taller. And the other thing is, there was no really amazing boss battle this time. The boss battle in The Witcher 1 was really, really exciting, I must say. Well, no, it wasn't really exciting, but it was really a long boss battle where you encountered everyone and anything you saved or killed or whatsoever, and then you have to fight even the King of Wraith, no, the Wild Hunt, to fight the Wild Hunt and kill this magic man, whoever he was. And yeah, but all in all, everything we did in The Witcher 1 didn't really matter in The Witcher 2. You just got some hints, and they dropped sometimes the mark, yeah, you did this at that and that moment. It was good. It kind of matters. You remember, oh yeah, I did that, you're right. And yeah, this feeling is kinda cool. That you think, yeah, I played Witcher 1 and this was my decision I made there. Even though I really just go with the decision I felt most comfortable with. Oh yeah, another thing I didn't like here was there was no middle way. There was really no middle way. This time it seems this time Geralt took a side. There was Roach's side and the Rebels' side, aka the Scoia'tael and Ioreth. So, yeah. I really don't know what to think of that. The voice acting. I really like the voice acting in this game. It really fits all the characters we encountered, I think. And I would really like to see Letho in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And maybe we will kill him there. Or be a friend to him. I really don't know. But he did some good things. Yennefer. He treated the one main reason where I spared his life is that he told me he treated Yennefer. He could have lied to me, but what reason would he have to lie to me at this moment? What reason could he possibly have to do so? I will most certainly show you what the ending would be if I kill Letho. But this will be my decision. And oh yeah, sorry, I totally forgot to tell. Yeah, he helped Yennefer and did everything he could to protect her, even though she seemed to bitch around quite a lot. And I didn't see him as a patient man, but it seems he had the patience, and I was kind of that close to him that he didn't just silence her. And Yennefer's alive. I really, really hope that The Witcher Wild Hunt will be the most epic thing I've ever played. Oh god, don't scare me, picture! Yeah. But I didn't thought that I could manage it. I finished The Witcher 2. And I can get it online and running before The Witcher 3 is out. This is really amazing. I really like that it had come to this. So, what can I tell you otherwise? The first boss battle, the Kraken. The Kraken was the best boss battle in the game. Because you really had to strategize that battle. Where you had to put on the Erden sign. This is kinda sad. The first boss battle was the most exciting battle in the game. It was the best battle in the game. It didn't got better in the other boss battles. After that, you just could punch them until they die. Maybe the mage thing where we acquired the sword. That was kind of a little bit exciting, but not so much that I would say that it was as good as the Kraken boss fight. So, yeah. It's really hard for me to wait a game, so it would be fair. So The Witcher 2 has undoubtedly really good storytelling, and for that matter, I'm curious. I really would like to replay it and do all the things that it has to offer, every side quest. But first, before I do this, I would really like to see how this would all come out if I would have picked Roach's side, if I would have gone with Roach. You remember the decision I made why I go with the Ioreth? Ioreth was there and wanted to take action. Go immediately after Letho so I could save Triss Merigold. And after that, and after I talked to Roach, he said that he wants to fiddle around and ask some things and find out things, and then he wanted to go. It didn't matter in the end, but at that time I felt Ioreth was the better decision. And if I could have fought with Saskia. Oh yeah, we saved Saskia's life. We spared her from the dead. Because we will. Oh, I hope we get the chance to unbind the spell from Philippa Eilhart. Oh, I would really like to kill her right now. But it was... What would have happened if I think she would have escaped anyway. She somehow would have escaped me. And I don't know how and why and whatsoever. I think she would have escaped anyway. And she wouldn't be grateful at all at us because she's only... Yeah. Wow, those credits are really, really long, aren't they? But I still have something to say about the game, so it's fine by me. Vernon Roach, there he is. Ioreth, I thought he was spelled with a V and not a W. Whatever. Philippa Eilhart. Ugh. And we killed Stannis. Great. Well, not we killed Stannis, but the mob killed Stannis. I don't think having a king is a good idea ever. It can kind of work if it's a small community, but yeah. I really hope Saskia can be freed from magic. I really hope she can. I hope I hope that you can understand me good enough and that I'm not too hard to understand in my broken English. But I really enjoy talking in this language, and it really helps me to improve and be going to be better at this. The only thing that I think is kind of sad that the English. If I hear English, I could understand anything they said there, except for some little words like wedgie ice, wedgie dice, wedgie side. I think I googled it, but I forgot what it meant. But other than that, I understand quite anything. And this is something that makes me really happy, because most games are just way better in synchronization and atmosphere when you can hear them in English, yeah. Because the actors in English are yeah, how can I put it? Most English synchronization actors are just better trained, and they're in acting and speaking and stuff like that. German actors are most of the time, I don't know it entirely. I just heard it from the English one. I don't know how it is here in my country, but this is the main reason why I stopped playing games in German unless I don't have any other choice. But other than that, I prefer the English language over my own natural language. Maybe I can replay the game in German just for myself. But, yeah, why? There's no real need for that. When are the credits finally over? I don't understand. I'm so stuck in the credits now. Maybe you didn't even listen to all of what I have to say now. But maybe the future, my future subscribers, maybe those will now hear these words I have to say, and I am really thankful that you hear me out and hear my babbling and my final conclusion about a game. I'm really excited how The Witcher 3 will be. I'm really excited about it. And I bet I could just skip the credits and go on with the ending. But I won't dare to do this. I always go through the endings, and I always talk like a madman and try to talk and talk and talk and talk on until the credits are ending and the pictures are just repeating themselves already. But we will go through with it. We will stay until the end. The whole day I have no internet. My internet is cut off, and I'm really pissed about it. I'm literally really pissed about that my internet is cut off. That means it will take me a while to upload this episode and any other episode I recorded today, and this is really a thing I really hate. So, god damn it! Fuck you, fuck my internet provider. I was on the telephone and tried everything, but it seems they don't really care about that I don't have internet. But this can't be that I don't have any internet right now. It really pisses me off. If the internet provider, I don't even can use my telephone. The telephone is dead, my internet is dead. What am I supposed to do? I can't go on YouTube, I can't go anything. The internet is my life, and YouTube is kind of my life, even so it sounds kinda sad and desperate. But yeah. I think the gamma settings in the game itself were wrong the whole time. Because I can see what I record in the preview screen. And if I look at my own screen, I can see nothing. But when I look at my recording screen, I can see really meme pictures of guys who get slaughtered and stuff like that. And this is something really, really strange. So maybe I should put up the gamma next time. But fortunately you will see it, or maybe unfortunately you will see it, because some of those pictures are really gross and really a recipe for nightmares. But yeah. So, and it would be really great if the credits could end sometime soon yet. Oh, as I see the horse, I know we will be able to ride on a horse in The Witcher 3. And it's more open world like. But the rumors really were true. The Witcher 2 was really quite linear. The Witcher 1 felt more free and open than The Witcher 2. But on the other hand, The Witcher 1 was also one line. The only thing that bothered me is in The Witcher 1 there were more things you could unfold and discover by just running around and found out thing. Or maybe this time I was just too maybe this time I was just too rushing and I just missed those parts where I could do other stuff. Maybe I just missed those parts entirely, and I'm really sorry if I did. And this could be a reason to replay the game entirely, just to see those parts. Maybe. I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. Oh man, those credits are really, really long. How long can credits even be? And why are the credits so slow? Can I increase the speed of the credits? Yes, no, maybe, no? Okay. I just want to pay my respect to those who really put a lot of their lifespan into making such a game, to make such a story, to make a world where you really can feel into, and where it kind of feels that your decisions kind of matter. Even though most of our decisions doesn't matter at all. But I really don't know if it... The one decision that bothers me the most is the mission where we could kill Cynthia, where we could kill both of them. I don't know if it would be the right thing to kill both of them, and the Witcher shouldn't even. But in the end, we are the Witcher. We try to remain as neutral as possible, even so anyone thinks we are on one side or on the other side or on the side of this king or that king, and the way it's meant is N3 are trademarks and all the video. Oh, fuck you, Nvidia. I hate you for the GTX 970. I really hate you that you did this shit on this graphic cards. You could be so awesome. This was the first time I bought an Nvidia and they screwed me over with this, and I hope they will never do this again. And I will maybe consider someday to buy an Nvidia card anytime soon, but for the time being. But oh, the credits are over. The credits are over. But as I was saying, Nvidia GTX 970 was really a no-go. This was really a no-go. Especially the part where you said, it works as intended. Yeah, it fucks us as intended. Oh, there it comes. Holy shit! Oh my god! What is this? The world as we know it nears its end, yet the past remains the key to the future. Alright. This, folks, was The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. Memories, the demo event, Destination, Witcher's credits. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope you did. And I hope I see you when I'm starting with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Please subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. It really will help me out. Tell your friends if you enjoyed this. And I will hopefully see you soon again. Stay tuned for a lot of more to come on this channel. Farewell. Alright, as I promised, here's a fight against Letho. Maybe he will kill us in one blow, or we will just tear him into pieces.
Time to fight. Ready?
As I'll ever be. You fear death.
Stop whining and fight.
What does it feel like to be almost dead?
I said fight.
There's my chance.
The wolf has teeth,
And they're sharp.
I'm better. I can tell already.
Of course you can.
You tire quickly.
I'm tired of your talking,
I don't want to kill you.
and I'll kill you gladly.
You're nowhere near my level.
Of course not. I'm no Kingslayer.
I've had enough of this dance. Goodbye, Geralt.
Yeah, goodbye, Letho. What? This was the easiest boss battle. And there you have it. This is what happened if we kill Letho. Nothing serious at the looks of it. So, I will hopefully see you in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Stay tuned for more. Farewell.